A CGI shark man, a polka-dot throwing misfit, and a ragged-looking woman who controls rats. That was James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, and somehow it worked. Now compare that to Marvel's Thunderbolts, later rebranded as New Avengers, a team-up film full of spies, reformed villains, assassins, and rejected super soldiers. On paper, it should have been Marvel's answer to DC's anti-hero experiment. Instead, it crashed hard. So why did a squad of misfits succeed while Marvel's team of recognizable names belly flopped? The answer has less to do with the characters and everything to do with structure, vision, storytelling, and understanding the audience. In this video, we're breaking down exactly why James Gunn's Suicide Squad works beautifully and why Marvel's Thunderbolts didn't. We'll explore Gunn's mastery of outsider families, the difference between sharp and lazy writing, the chaos behind Thunderbolts, and why character-driven stories always win. Buckle up, this is a messy tale of two anti-hero squads. At their core, both Suicide Squad and Thunderbolts share the same DNA: ragtag groups of criminals and anti-heroes forced into deadly missions. This isn't new. Comics have been doing it for decades, turning villains into reluctant heroes through dangerous team-ups. But when Gunn took the reins at DC, he brought a very specific strength: dysfunctional families of misfits. Think about it. He turned a talking raccoon and a tree into household names with Guardians of the Galaxy. He gave forgotten characters like Nebula and Yondu emotional arcs that rivaled the Avengers. So when he tackled the Suicide Squad in 2021, he wasn't just making another comic book movie. He was in his element. He gave Outcast depth, emotion, and heart. Marvel's Thunderbolts, on the other hand, was handed to Jake Schreier. While talented, he lacked Gunn's track record of juggling sprawling ensembles of broken characters. The result? A movie that felt less like a vision and more like Marvel dusting off spare characters and tossing them into a pot. Worst of all, they compromised the debut of Marvel's Superman Sentry. The difference in vision shows in every frame. Beyond Gunn's magic, there's another key difference: freedom. The Suicide Squad was technically a reboot of David Ayer's 2016 film, but Gunn wasn't shackled to that version. Warner Brothers gave him creative freedom to reinvent the team, kill off whoever he wanted, and set a fresh tone. The result? A movie you could walk into cold and instantly enjoy. Meanwhile, Thunderbolts had a bloated lineup: US Agent and Valentina Allegra de Fontaine from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Yelena, Red Guardian, and Taskmaster from Black Widow, Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and of course, Bucky Barnes. That's a lot of homework. Casual viewers weren't keeping track of Taskmaster's arc, Ghost's origins, or Val's agenda. The result was a fragmented story weighed down by backstory instead of standing tall on its own. When your movie needs a flowchart to follow, you've already lost the audience. Yes, they are going to start losing quality soon, if they haven't already, just like they did in the early 90s when comics got popular again. Marvel flooded the market with titles, appearances, and crossovers, and it all became crap pretty quickly. Stability matters. With the Suicide Squad, Gunn had one clear mission: make it his own. And he delivered a sharp, confident film with a singular voice. Thunderbolts? The opposite. The movie went through multiple rewrites and reshoots. At different points, it was a spy thriller, a comedy, or a Yelena-centered character study. By the time it hit theaters, it felt like a patchwork of competing visions. Audience can forgive reshoots, but rewrites? They leave scars. Jokes don't land, plots feel hollow, and characters come off flat. Too many times, a Marvel movie sets the tone for a serious or even heartfelt tone, and before you can take a moment to appreciate it, insert one-liner that undercuts the entire thing. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is one of the worst ones to do this. Love and Thunder also fell victim to this. This is where Gunn shines brightest. In Suicide Squad, almost every character got their moment. Ratcatcher's emotional arc with her father, Bloodsport's fractured bond with his daughter, King Shark's mix of hilarity and vulnerability, Polka-Dot Man's tragic backstory that made him a fan favorite. They weren't filler, they were people. By contrast, Thunderbolts revolved almost entirely around Yelena Belova. Florence Pugh carried the movie, no doubt, but the rest of the team? Red Guardian equals comic relief, Ghost equals underdeveloped, Taskmaster equals sidelined. Even Bucky Barnes felt wasted. Without balanced arcs, The team never clicked, and when the team doesn't matter, neither does the mission. I can kind of get what he's saying here, but I feel like it'd make more sense for a Thunderbolts movie to feel like a Thunderbolts movie. I'm open to a Widow sequel with Yelena, I just feel like a Thunderbolts movie should feel more like an ensemble/crossover. The Suicide Squad had insane but clear stakes. Stop Starro, save Corto Maltese, or die trying. That opening beach massacre set the tone. Anyone could die. That unpredictability hooked the audience. Thunderbolts, on the other hand, raised cosmic scale stakes without the tension to back it up. Facing Void should have been terrifying, but thanks to Marvel's plot armor, nobody really believed the studio would kill off a major character. And sure enough, they didn't. When your heroes don't feel like they're in real danger, the stakes collapse. James Gunn's Suicide Squad thrived because it had a clear identity, character-first storytelling, emotional arcs, and unapologetic chaos. Marvel's Thunderbolts, meanwhile, drowned under rewrites, uneven character focus, and the need to connect everything to bigger events like Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. The lesson? Audiences don't care about setups or cameos if the characters don't connect. Gunn gave us that connection, Thunderbolts didn't. So what do you think? Did Marvel fumble Thunderbolts? Or are critics being too harsh? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe to Silver Screen Hero, and check out the next video here.